Welcome to the talk show, The Power of Women in Business, the show for international business women to get inspired with best practices and insights on how to scale up your business internationally. Your host is Tineke Rensen from Holland. She is well known for supporting female business owners to expand their business massively and internationally. Tineke is an international business expert for 28 years and is the author of the book Maximum Business Growth for Women. It is time that women step up and create bigger businesses so that women can make a bigger impact in the world. Enjoy this powerful show as Tineke Rensen and her guest expert combine their brilliance in business to help you take your business to the next level.
So hi there everybody, we're back for the next episode of The Power of Women in Business. And I'm so glad you tuned in today because we have a world famous businesswoman here today, Marie Diamond. I will introduce you shortly. Stay tuned because I'm very convinced that she's gonna give you very good insights on how she built a multi-million-dollar business. Not even in her own country, but moving to the States, moving back to Monaco, to London, everywhere. Actually, we're sitting in London right now. So, Marie, let me introduce you. Marie Diamond is a globally renowned transformational teacher, leader, speaker, and international best-selling author. Creator of Diamond Feng Shui, Diamond Dowsing, and Inner Diamond meditation programs. She's also the only European star in the worldwide phenomenon The Secret. International best-selling author of several books and home study courses. She uses her extraordinary knowledge of energy, quantum physics, the law of attraction, and ancient wisdom like meditation, feng shui, and dowsing to support individuals, organizations, and corporations to transform their success, financial situation, relationships, motivation, and inspiration. Her clients include billionaires, multi-millionaires, A-list celebrities in film and music, top-selling writers, and motivational speakers, top athletes and sportsmen in basketball, soccer, golf, leaders from Fortune 500 companies, CEOs and top leaders in several top global MLM companies, and governmental leaders and organizations. Wow! She's the founder and president of the Association of Transformational Leaders in Europe and is a founding member of Transformational Leadership Council. Now, have I said too much? Marie!
Hi Tineke, wonderful to be with you here. Thank you for being here with everybody that is tuning in.
I'm so honored that we're sitting here and in London, and are you ready to share your knowledge about how to build a multi-million-dollar business globally?
Of course, with pleasure.
I'm very happy. So tell me, what is the mindset that a person, a businesswoman needs to build a business outside of the country?
Well, I think first of all your mindset should be very expansive, because right now it's easier with internet and online, but when I started was 25 years ago, I was already very international thinking because I had family in other countries. So for me it was like I couldn't think in a box, and so a lot of people are thinking their country that's the only market that they actually can have. And so you should actually have right away the mindset that the world is your marketplace. And if you look this way, then automatically you will start attracting people or opportunities that are thinking like this too in your team, but also clients. So if you're just focusing on like, okay, the marketplace is my local market, even if it's a local shop that you have, it could be that tourists would come in, and then you will not attract the tourists if you don't think that way. So always think, the world is your marketplace. I think that's the major one that I always did. And of course the the aspect of gratitude is really important in my mindset.
Okay, yeah.
So any step that happens, any opportunity that happens, being very grateful about that. Don't start, criticizing yourself, judging yourself, or judging others, or criticizing others about, what could go wrong, what went wrong. Say like, okay, I always start really focused in the morning. Like, okay, these are the goals for today. These are goals. This is my vision, and being grateful for the experiences I will have today. And at the end of the day, I always look back and looking at least, okay, there's some things I can improve. Everybody has that. Some challenges I need to really take care of. But, even being grateful for the challenges and the lessons you're learning along the day.
Yeah.
And again, thinking in such a way that, you are just on a journey. You're on a journey of becoming successful.
Yeah.
And it's with ups and downs. And that is normal, definitely in the beginning. But being even grateful for that journey is actually a really good mindset to think much bigger.
I think that's a really golden nugget, because how often are we frustrated when things go wrong, and what you say, and when you can look at it the way like, wow, I need this. I don't know why, I don't know because of what, but yeah.
Yeah, it is really important, even if you really have setbacks. You learn sometimes the most from the setbacks that you have, and things really went wrong in my career. I mean, I've really gone through some deep valleys, and but then okay, I will never go there anymore. Because I've learned from this, and then you have to go back to the basics. Really, the basics is like the gratitude, the actions you're taking every day, having a positive mindset. Thinking much bigger than what you're thinking before, because thinking small will never get you to a successful business.
No.
You really have to think globally, expansive, more than the people around you. That's the whole point, because the people around you, they will not think that big as you. And we had these conversations many times. How important it is to think beyond where you are right now.
And do you want to explain to me why that is so important? Because there is a secret behind it, I believe.
I do believe that if you think bigger than what you are, then only then you will start attracting energy that comes to you. There's like-minded people you will attract. You will attract opportunities or possibilities that before couldn't come, because it's about focus. So it's about intention and focus on that intention. And that's what the law of attraction is really about. That says, okay, what's your intention for your business? And keep focusing on that intention, not once a year, but every day in the morning, to really making sure you keep having a focus on that intention, on that goal that you have for yourself. And as you're doing that, it's like a vibrational shift that happens within you. And then opportunities start coming to you. You start meeting people, like for example, how we met, and then all these things just start coming your way, and then you just have to start accepting them, because that's one of the things. People have an intention, have a focus, and then when these things happen to them and doors open up, then sometimes they go in fear.
Yeah, I recognize that.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, wow, it's happening. Yeah, it's happening. Open the door, say yes to these things. So having then the power to say yes when the things you've been visualizing, you've been focusing on, having put your intention on, are start happening, is like it's aligning. But sometimes it takes some time to get aligned, and you have to keep focusing even if it doesn't show up yet.
And isn't it really important that you have to believe it's possible?
Well, I always look at the word believe, and the word believe says be live.
Yeah. Okay.
So
not leave.
Not leave. Yeah. So live it.
Yeah. Okay.
Live it. Be it, and live it. What your business is about. So taking action. If you have products, use your products. If you have services, do your services. It's like because I've seen so many times people that are not like totally living in that business, right? Now, does that mean that you wake up in the morning and you go to sleep in the evening with your business? Actually, yes, you are. Right? Some people are saying, no, I can only do a 9 to 5 mindset on my business. But no, you actually, everything you do is connected with it. Even taking time off and having a holiday is for your business, because it means that you have time to recuperate, to be better at your business. So everything, it's like, it's your golden thread in everything you're doing, in your thoughts and your feelings and your actions. You have to really live your business.
Yeah. So what I love about this whole concept and this idea is that I come from a place where you have to make things done and where you have to chase after things. That's how I used to be. And do you think do you think that's changing, or do you think that's not necessary anymore?
Well, I never felt it was necessary, to be honest.
Thank you.
So I really believe that there's an easier and more effortless way of doing business. And so having the right mindset, making sure that everything around you aligns with that idea and the goal that you have for your business. So that's why I, use feng shui with my clients and tell them, look, feng shui is like the art of your environment. Whatever is around you needs to reflect the goals you have for your business. So definitely in your office, you need to make sure you have things around it that are related with your business. Your logo and books and products, everything has to be aligned with your business. So for me that's really important, but also the people that you connect with. They need to align with your focus and your goals. If you're surrounding yourself with people that think more limited than you are, right, it's a really big problem. That's why it's so important, like what you're doing with Powerful Women, that you're connecting with women that are men, that are like-minded, they have the same goal setting. So at least, be part of a mastermind group or a membership where you really are able to speak like this, because in your own community or even in your own family, it's not always possible to share that. So make sure that is all part of who you are, and when you do that, you will get much easier and more effortless in your experience.
Okay, so you were just talking about Feng Shui. I'm curious, how can Feng Shui help you to expand your business globally?
Well, Feng Shui is about how the images, your position in your office, in your business, is actually set up. And so the first thing I always say to people, make sure you have a globe, like a globe out in your office, because then you see it subconsciously, because Feng Shui is about the law of attraction of your home and your office. So everything that's around you affects you 24 hours a day subconsciously. Right. So if you have a globe there and you see the globe when you are, for example, working, you actually give yourself a subconscious message, the globe is the world is my marketplace. So that's one of the things. The second part is you always want to make sure you see the door when you are in your desk. When you see the door, you see always the opportunities. Like you're like sitting like a king or a queen. And kings and queens think beyond their boundaries, but they look beyond their limitations. They're having an unlimited feeling. So make sure you never position yourself with your back to the door and facing a wall. Because if you're facing a wall, you're actually limiting yourself. So always open up the energy around you. And definitely place then books and images and products that are connected with your business, but also about successful people, that make sure they are around you. Or if you have top people in your professional field or in your business, make sure you have a picture with them if you have an opportunity, for example, with your CEO or with mentors or people who are very successful in your professional field. Make sure you have these pictures around you. What you do then, you're actually saying, I'm part of that. I'm part of these global thinkers, global business people. So even what I always say to people, make sure you have magazines of, like a Forbes magazine or The Economist or any other successful business magazine. Make sure you have them, buy them, put them always somewhere strategically that your eye connects with that. So it opens up your field. It opens up your subconscious mind to connect with things.
Yeah, and I would definitely recommend. I was sitting to the wall in my office, and after I met Marie, I changed that, and it felt already so much more open. So actually, I enjoyed sitting at the news spot a lot better. And to be honest, I didn't take the best spot in my office. I thought, let my staff have the best spot. But that's, that's not good. If you're making the decisions, if you want to attract situations as well, instead of all making them happen, you still need to make enough. When the opportunities come your way, you need to take action. And you need to help make things happen, I believe.
Yeah, you do. So when you have the space...
We're not sitting here and waiting for stuff to...
No. Feng Shui is making sure there's a foundation, right? And so then from there, when opportunities will come, they come easier, more effortless when you have aligned your office with your thinking, with your goals. And then it's easier, but you still have to take the action. You still have to pick up the phone. You have to still do the emails.
Yeah.
You still have to network with people. Of course, that's what you need to do. But then when you come home and in your office space, you actually are in a better position. And so everybody also has a success direction. There's an area in your home based on your birthday that creates success for you. So people can, then we'll talk about what they can find that out on my website. But it's one of the things, whatever you place there your globe. And that's what I did. I started putting my globe in my success direction. And people from other countries started coming to me. And doors started opening up that were international. And I still have my globe there. And when I look at it, I'm like always thinking at the same time to all these people that are connecting with. So it's like a little anchor point for your subconscious mind.
I love that. So I have some more questions for you, Marie. What are the success rituals that you have practiced daily to keep you focused on your goals?
Well, I always take time in the morning, first of all, to meditate. I'm a big believer in meditation. Meditation for me is like I'm aligning myself with the energy that's in the universe. Because, we have a certain amount of energy, everybody has, but, there's always a universal energy, or if you call that God or the creator, whatever your background is. I always connect in with like a higher source in meditation every morning. And one of my biggest rituals in the morning is I always connect in with my vision. So I started with my vision when I was 15, that I was here to enlighten more than 500 million people. So if you want to work globally, then make sure you have bigger numbers in your goals. Because if you only have like 500 people, then unless they're like the top 500 people from the world, right? But have bigger numbers in your goals, because that really, and make sure you have in your goals bigger numbers than your own country. Because then it actually tells you that you go beyond your boundaries, right?
I like that.
So I have big numbers in my head, and so but every morning I always have the ritual. I sit down, I think about all the people that I'm connecting with and beyond, like the millions of people, and then I will always ask, okay, I'm reaching 500 million people and more. Show me how. I always ask the question, show me how. Now, to who do I ask it to? I ask it to myself, first of all. Like, show me how. Like, ask my subconscious mind. Like, perhaps there's an idea, a new program, a new product, or a new contact, or somebody I need to call. And then I'm sitting really in that silence, and then, like something that I'm thinking about, oh, I should call that person, make a note of that. Take 5 minutes to listen to your intuition. Because we're like, right away as business people, right away we look at all our emails, look at all our texts, but you forget the biggest source of information that you have, and that's yourself. Yeah? That perhaps somebody you met, and then you forgot to connect with. Like sit in that silence. I mean, silence is a great source of information. Sit there and just say, okay, show me how, and listen, and then sometimes, nothing comes, and then other moments is like a whole download of things. Okay, writing down, I should do this and this and this today, and I need to ask that team to do this. So I've seen most successful people I have met, and I met a lot of billionaires in my life. I always ask that question, and one of their biggest rituals is to listen in silence, to really take time to listen and to make notes. That's why they're journaling, or they have a notebook, in the morning, have that ready, and take time with your coffee or your tea, and don't look at your computer yet, don't look at your digital material yet, but just take time to listen to your own information.
I've heard that so often from successful people. There's something else which crossed my mind. How would the people know what their success area is? You have an app, don't you?
Yes, so you can actually go and get the Marie Diamond app.
Okay.
And so on the app you can put in your birthday and your gender, because it's depending from male or female, and then you get actually your 4 best directions. Now you can also go to the website mariediamond.com, and there you can again ask for your free energy report, where you have, again, you put your gender in, your birthday, and then you get a whole report and some videos to help you set up actually your office. So that will be very helpful for everyone.
Well, I really liked it because you get sort of a compass on your phone which shows where your success direction is. And I actually noticed that at home, I did my office and my home. At home, my parents, who both have died, and their pictures were in the success direction. Now, I love my parents, but they've got nothing to do with my success now.
Yeah.
So I had to move them to another place, and then you have an area of friendship, you have an area connecting with relations.
Yeah, so you can, for example, in your office, you have a relationship direction.
Yeah.
So in relationship direction, you can put there your team.
Yeah.
You can put there, mentors, coaches, people you want to meet. You could put, I actually have, again, there like a globe, but I have like little stars on all the countries that I have clients in.
Oh.
So things like this, so you can actually play with that.
Yeah.
And when I have pictures with famous people, they will be in that area. So, but yeah, you can actually really use the app, and you're holding the app in the center and of your office, and you will indicate what is in that direction. So in your success direction should be everything about your business. I mean, even your business files, logo, product, services, your business cards, your flyers, if you have that. But if, for example, you have there the pictures of your parents that have passed on, I mean, I'm sure there are people that give you wisdom and give you advice, but they're nothing to do with your current business anymore.
Exactly.
Yeah?
No.
So you have to focus on what is there right now. Declutter these areas. It's always like I've seen people, order and organization is really, nice. And successful people always have a very clean office, by the way. I've been in many, many top offices, and it's always organized. And so, when they go home, their desk is organized, and when they come back in the morning, they can start fresh. So there are some rituals that you can definitely play with.
Yeah, thank you. Because if you're watching now and you think, hey, I'm really practical and down to earth, so are we.
Yes, we are.
So, but this is an extra thing that, or dimension, or what? How would you call it? That you can add.
Yeah, it's an extra aspect. I mean,
Yeah.
I started practicing that already when I was a lawyer. Working.
Here you are, a lawyer.
So,
how much more down to earth can you be?
So, but my career went so much easier and faster because I really practiced this aspect.
Wow.
So I was practicing feng shui and meditation. And so a lot of the successful people, they are really open to this, and it's just to add, you don't have to believe in these things to make it work. You can
That's
be a
the
totally
beauty.
non-believer, it still works.
I love that. That's easy. So what was your vision to become a global successful businesswoman?
Well, I would say in the beginning I had no idea I was focusing on doing business. My vision was I wanted to reach making a difference to millions of people.
So it was not about you.
It was not about me. That was actually the whole point. And so in the beginning I thought I wanted to become a politician or a UN ambassador. It was kind of the focus because I wanted to reach millions of people and make a difference. And then I really understood that it was important for me to start teaching and sharing wisdom and motivate people to really be better people. And, you know, I would say I had to think about the vessel I would use, right? Would I go for a non-profit or would go for a business aspect? And I thought like, well, I really will go for the business aspect, but in that time, 25 years ago, was really a very bold move to do that because most people that were focusing on things I was sharing were going for non-profits. And so, but I felt like it would be better if I do it towards business because then I really let people know the value of my services and the value of my products.
Yeah, true.
And so, because a lot of people that do motivation and transformation, they're not, you know, sharing the value, or they're not being respected for the value. So I really felt that was very important at that time, and I still do. For me, transformational services and products are as valuable as other products. And so by making that difference right away in the beginning of me coming forward with sharing this information, from being a lawyer being to a transformational motivational speaker, I actually kind of run into business right away to do that. But as I had such a big vision, I started attracting right away a lot of people from other countries. And so it just, then, you know, when you go to other countries, and I moved, you know, when I was 38 to America, and I just jumped over there and then setting up a business there. I just felt, yeah, I think business is the best way to impact people.
I agree.
You know, whatever product, whatever service you have, you make a difference with people. And it doesn't have to be transformational products. It can be, you know, anything you're doing, anything you're bringing, you're actually making a difference in people's lives. So I know people don't always think economically that this is a product of difference, of making a change in people's life, but I really believe you're making an impact. So also another aspect for me was looking at the impact number. I believe it's really important to look at the impact number that you want to have in life.
Which is?
Well, for me it was 500 million people and
okay.
more. Okay, well, how many people do you want to, by the end of my journey and as a businesswoman, how much people have I, you know, really had an impact to? And my impact is valuable, and so I receive a value back for that.
Yeah.
So I always thought business is the perfect vessel to get value for my impact. So I kind of, you know, walked into it, and I think it was the best choice.
Yeah, well, and you've proven that your strategies work, because you've already impacted more than 500 million people, or was it billion? No,
well, I think definitely The Secret has reached more than 500 million people, directly or indirectly by people. So yes, it is possible for sure. So up to the 1 billion now.
Yeah, what I know of you is that you had no idea how to get there, but being the person who is going to serve the 500 million people already when you were 17, I believe, made you.
Well, I started early in thinking that way, so that's of course helpful, but I had no idea. I was always asking, show me how, like show me how to God, to the universe, to myself, asking people, you know, how do I do that, you know, and every person on your path is a puzzle piece, you know, or every opportunity is a little step forward on the journey. So you don't get there right away. I mean, it took me for sure, you know, more than 20 years to get there. But every person that comes to you, every client, you know, I always see that's one of my millions of people. So I need to be for sure, you know, there for that client and give them even more value than that client even expects of me. Yeah. So that's one of the key parts. It's like, you know, you tell them what your value is as a product or service, but try to give more. Even if it's an extra smile or an extra beautiful connection, or just always try to give more than what people ask for. I think that is also a big secret.
Yeah, and I hear, and that's been such a difficult transformation for me. It doesn't matter if you serve 2, 3 or 4 people, because that's where it starts. When I started organizing events, and I had my first group was 25. Believe it or not, that's huge for somebody who starts, but I was frustrated because my aim was 100. And I really had to learn to be grateful for the people who show up, and that I can make an impact in the people's life that do show up. Yeah. And it took me a long time because I was an achiever, I was a goal-getter, and I was making things happen, and not seeing what's in front of me. 25 people who I could change their lives for. That's been difficult for me. And now yesterday we did a launch of my network in London, and 3 people signed up, and I was totally thrilled. There actually were 6 people, so we have 50% conversion. But 5 years ago, I could not be happy with that, but I know we're going to grow, we're going to build, and also, because it's not about me anymore, it's about connecting women, and then I totally see what you say.
Well, I remember the first time I did an event, nobody showed up, actually, so I did better than you. You did better than me, but it was really interesting, and there were 40 chairs, so I expected 40 people, and nobody showed up, and I just said, okay, I'm going to teach for 2 hours, and I'm going to imagine there's millions of people that will sit on these chairs, and I'm not going to stop. And so next time there were 2 people, and I was still teaching. So even if before I do anything, before I do any presentation, any seminar, I always connect with the millions of people that will at this point, connect with me. And so I just never looked at the physical limitations of it. I thought that my mind sees the millions, so it's going to be millions.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you did better than me.
Wow. I actually heard I did better than T. Harv Eker, Tony Robbins, and all of them. They had 5 in their living room, and I think, wow. But I knew that. And I already had that knowledge, and I was still not satisfied. So I really had to go inside and learn to be grateful. Well, that's been a difficult thing for me.
One person that is super happy with you will always spread the word. And now in today's world with social media, it spreads much faster. Yeah. So I always believe you need to just have that one person that just is super happy. And I remember there was one person that came to a seminar once for me, and that person next time brought 10 more people, 20 more people. And it's like finding that one person that just, really gets what you're bringing. Yeah.
Wow. I believe we're coming to an end, Marie. So you've already shared so much about how you took your business global. Is there anything you would give the audience, or do you have a surprise for them?
Well, I would definitely suggest that they would go to the website, mariediamond.com, where they get the free energy report, and from there you get some other wonderful gifts. I think that is a wonderful thing they can learn. And really, if you want to make sure that you start really allowing your environment to work for you, and setting up your office for the greatest success and the greatest abundance, that will, really help your business go to a whole other level.
Yeah, and if A-level actors and listed people consult you, it's definitely working. Yes. So thank you so much, Marie.
Thank you so much, Anneke.
And start working with the tips. Start to make the changes in your office. Download the app and go walk around like I did in my office. Things will start to change slowly, or sometimes very fast. But yeah, it's you don't have to believe it, like you said. So thank you so much. And as always, at the end of the video, you will see an ad with all Marie's contact details. We will make sure that you will get everything you want. and so that you will be able to connect with Marie. So thank you so much,
Thank
Marie.
you so much, Tineke. It was lovely being here, and thank you for you making a difference in your life.
Yeah. Okay.